Storms rolling in the evening. Right now it's partly cloudy, mid-80s. Hanser Alberto's off to some kind of start. He's fourth in the American League in base hits with 17. He's hitting .333, number 8 in the junior circuit in batting average. And you might notice Chris Davis way down in that number 8 spot. He's 2 for 23. Anibal starts against the Baltimore Ball Club for the 7th time in his career.
Yeah, we'll tell you about his last start in a second, but we want to show you his arsenal real quick. So check this out. There's the fastball, the splitter, the cutter, the sinker. Why? Yeah, there we go. The curveball's blue, the changeup's orange, the slide. Here comes the rosin bag. So 7 pitches from Anibal Sanchez.
Where's the picture of the kitchen sink is what I want to know. Underway right on time at 6:05, and Alberto trying to bunt for a base hit. In this Baltimore lineup, only 2 hitters have ever faced Anibal Sanchez, and only one of them for more than 1 plate appearance. Pedro Severino a walk, Chris Davis 4 for 12 career. So for some of these young O's who've heard about this guy and seen him on tape, it might take an at-bat or 2 tonight for them to figure out everything he can throw. Not an easy play, and Carter Kieboom stayed with it to get the first out from the hot corner.
Yeah, hot shot. He was ready for it. Didn't stick the landing, but stayed with it calmly. Gathered himself and made a strong throw across the diamond. So, I mean, put it in your scorebook, 5-3. Didn't have to be pretty. Got the job done. 1 out.
Next up is the right fielder, Anthony Santander, hitting .234. That ball rocked into center. It's trying to carry to Robles. He got a piece of it. It gets behind him, and it'll be a couple of bags. If Victor doesn't touch that ball, it goes all the way to the 402 mark. So he did get a piece of it.
Yeah, low line drive right at him. Fastball with a lot of plate. And Santander ready to hit. Victor Robles got a decent jump on it, and like you said, it just hit him in the heel of the glove. If he whiffed, that would have went to the wall, but he almost makes the catch. Watch. Didn't hit the heel, it just hit the pinky of the glove. Good effort and good hustle getting up and holding him to just a double.
So the Orioles have come out swinging at 2 of the first 3 pitches. Here's Jose Iglesias, the shortstop.
Yeah, the Orioles coming off a 4-game sweep to the Miami Marlins. They got swept. They lost a doubleheader 1-0 and 2-1. And obviously lost the other 2 games.
Yeah, and as I mentioned, they were coming off a sweep of the Red Sox last weekend. Yeah, the 4-8 Red Sox now, but still, that's Baltimore sweeping Boston. And the O's were feeling pretty good about things until Miami came into town. And that's down the left field line. That quickly, Baltimore with back-to-back doubles on top by 1-0. And for Iglesias, who's hitting over .380 now, his 5th RBI.
Jose Iglesias coming off a big season in Cincinnati, was the off-season sign for the Orioles. And when you saw him play shortstop and hit in the past, you're thinking, well, he's just a glove guy. Now he finds himself driving in runs in the 3 spot for Baltimore. And did you see Santander there? He didn't look too good coming around 3rd. A little hitch in his giddy up. Maybe he heard something going into 2nd.
There's another good stick. The DH, Renato Nunez. He has the 3rd most extra base hits in the American League. So at least for the first 3 hitters, the game plan is to attack Anibal early. Nunez 31-90 last year while hitting .244. Maybe time to move somebody off the plate. 1-1.
Well, again, repeating what I said in the open card, when Anibal Sanchez is dialed, obviously his command is on point, but it's so good that he'll pitch around guys and he'll pick his outs in the lineup. But if his command isn't where it needs to be, and it didn't look like it last time, and so far he's still trying to lock into this one, You know, when his command is right, he can pitch around guys. It's hard to do that when your command isn't right.
Yeah, a lot off the stretch here early. Split action, diving down and in to the right-handed batter.
That was nasty. Kurt Suzuki had to wrestle that one. It was so nasty.
First it's there, and then it's not.
Watch Kurt. Whoa.
Count 1 ball, 2 strikes. Castro up the middle, just letting Iglesias know he's in the neighborhood. And that's right in there, letter high. Nunez may be caught guessing. 2 down.
All right, here's the Nats defense. Standard outfield. There you go. Soto, Robles, and Eaton. Turner, Keyboom left side. Castro, Kendrick right side. We just showed you Kurt Suzuki.
Dwight Smith's dad, senior in the big leagues from '89 to '96 with the Orioles in '94. And Dwight's dad was a member of the Braves World Championship team in '95. 27 years of age, born in the Atlanta area. And off to a rough start, 4 for 21. Now it's Turner on the offside, shaded up the middle. Tonight for Anibal, start number 318. Career record 108 and 109. And he's 2-3 with a 7 ERA in 6 previous starts against the Orioles. But those were different Baltimore teams in a very different time. And a step off.
You want to change the signs up? Communicating with Kurt Suzuki right now. Didn't like what he saw in the lead behind him from the Orioles shortstop. See if he stares him down here after he gets a sign.
Turning one over. 2-1.
Half the time as a pitcher, you're looking him back. The other half, you're looking to see if he's doing something to relay something to the hitter. Look at him staring at him.
And off the inside edge, ball 3. Former Nat on deck. Middle left of your screen over there, the third base coach, Jose Flores, who's already waved 1 runner home. And a walk. First and second, 2 outs for Severino.
Catcher number 20, Pedro Severino.
Pedro Severino signed with the Nats at the age of 17, 10 years ago. He just had a birthday when the Nats played the Yankees on opening night, and the Orioles picked him up on waivers from the Nats in March of 19.
So he's 27?
Just. Math was a subject that directed many of us toward broadcasting.
That was a baseball word problem. Signed him when he was 17 and he's been there for 10 years. How old is he? Eh?
You have 5 seconds. 249 with 13 homers for the Orioles last year. And this one out to center for Robles. Baltimore do some good swinging and score a run in the first inning. Now the Nats need to get Trey Turner and the offense.
This guy's raking.
Yeah, he's swinging it well. So Starlin Castro. He is 7th in the National League, 11 for 33 to start off this season. He's also 5 for 8 against Tommy Malone, the former Nat, who makes his 3rd career start against the Nationals and his 49th career.
Coming off a real good start last time, August 2nd against Tampa. Got the 5-1 win, gave up 1 run on 6 hits over 5, struck out 8, walked nobody, 83 pitches in that one, 55 strikes.
Same umpiring crew from the short 2-game series with the Mets. DJ Rayburn, the 13-year veteran, behind the plate. 1-1 to Turner. They're in at the corners, as you would expect. And Trey with a flare out to Austin Hayes in center.
Here's the O's defense behind Tommy Malone for tonight's affair. Smith Jr., Hayes, Santander, the outfield. Iglesias, Ruiz, left side. Alberto Davis, right side. Pedro Severino doing the catching.
Lefty-lefty matchup. Adam Eaton, couple of RBIs, 2 career hits against Malone. Only 3 Nats in the lineup have faced him previously. 9 for 35 to start the season.
Healthy rip.
The outfield obviously the other way, especially Hayes in center. That one bounced at least 4 feet in front of the plate.
Did you see what the spot was? You know, the little dot where the ball's in the strike zone literally was like 7 feet in the grass. It was 80. It was right there.
The ball's well hit, but it tails out of play. Tommy Malone is 33. Career record 50 and 49. Well, sorry, 50 and 48. I guess I assumed the Nats are going to beat him tonight. And the breaking ball taken the other way for a very good shortstop, Jose Iglesias. 2 down. And Tommy Malone's right. You'll see some soft contact. Inside the numbers from PNC Bank, helping to make banking easier. Here's Starlin Castro. As we mentioned, he's a hit collector. 11 already this year. And since the start of 2011, only Altuve and Cano have more. And a bit of an old Baltimore flavor to that stat sheet with Nick Markakis. How about Nick Markakis with a walk-off homer the other night for the Braves?
His manager said he'd get off the couch when he's 50 and hit. Doesn't matter how much time he missed. And
yeah,
everybody in Baltimore knows that. I'm a big fan.
Yeah. Great defender in right field. Seldom makes an error out there.
He's just quiet. He's a pro. He goes about his business.
Yeah. He likes it that way. Off speed, 2-1 to Castro. Tommy Malone 1-0 with an 0.73 ERA in 2 career starts against the team that brought him to the big leagues and watched him hit a home run in his first at bat right here. That's well hit by Castro. He was reaching for it. It's still going. And at the base of the wall, he's going to have to hustle into second. Goes in standing up. Dwight Smith Jr. got it in very quickly.
I mean, did you hear the sound of the Titleist hitting the bat? Looked like a changeup from Tommy Malone, and look at Castro just stay through that extent. So there goes the no-hitter. Starlin Castro with the first knock, a double off the FH first sign. And you're right, he had to scoot in there, and it got a little weird at the end. It was like, here's my foot, there's your tag.
Well, great to see Juan Soto get an AB with a runner in scoring position here. We know what happened after the Adam Eaton double a couple of nights ago. That was against Rick Porcello, the right-hander, who tried to get him down and away, and that's exactly where Juan took the ball into the left field corner. His family still here.
They haven't left. They love baseball.
They haven't moved.
They sat there on the off day.
To left. And Smith right there to grab it. Castro stranded. Orioles on the board after one.
The Nationals no runs over one hit with no errors. One runner left on base.
World Series MVP will make his 2020 debut on Sunday. Davey Martinez saying that Steven Strasburg is feeling good, he's ready to go, and that's after he missed his first two starts because of some pain and discomfort from a right thumb, hand, and wrist with nerve issues. But Davey said they would monitor him closely, especially with his first start, and expect him to pitch no more than 75 to 80 pitches on Sunday.
Can't wait to see him back out there. We hope that happens. Austin Voth tomorrow.
Good news? What's that?
His name is Rio, and he's taking a strike. Top of the second underway.
He's dancing on the sand.
One of our staple songs during batting practice here. Ruiz, the former Brave, 7 for 22. Pretty good rip. 127 games for the O's last year. He drove in 46 runs. So Castro well out into right field. Anibal 16 pitches, 10 strikes to 6 different hitters in the first inning. By the way, thanks to Alex for our PenFed Credit Union sideline report. See how PenFed can save you money at PenFed.org. Off speed, had him way out ahead. You could hear the big thud that we usually can't hear as that ball hit home plate. There's Chris Davis. Two and two. Baltimore leads the all-time series 41 to 33. Going back to the early days of the Nats. There's a curve down and in, 3-2, but Nationals trending well, 9 of the last 12. They split 4 games last year, 1-1 in each ballpark. Three balls, 2 strikes. Series has had its share of highlights here and there. Remember, Steven Strasburg hit his first career home run against the Orioles. Ryan Zimmerman had a 3-home run game up at Camden Yards years ago. And going way back, Ronnie Belliard hit a dramatic walk-off homer on a Sunday afternoon here to beat the Orioles.
Remember Manny Machado taking Max deep and watching it. That's
him?
And it was a big home run late in the game.
Second walk by Sanchez. All right, so Alex gave us the report on Steven. Let's check in on Max now. And FP, if there's a hamstring issue, he looked pretty good running in the outfield today.
He's still favoring it a little bit, but he said it felt better. He's going to go here sometime soon.
There he goes.
Looks good to me. Hey, this is a season when you take no chances. That simple. Unless it's September and you're talking about making the playoffs or not, now's not the time. Because you pitch with your legs.
Yeah.
That's where Max gets all of his push and his drive and his velocity and probably his command too.
That ball's pulled, and that's a fair ball over the bag, says Ryan Blakeney. Heading for third is Ruiz. There's a play at second with a good throw, but it was offline from Adam Eaton. So Chris Davis will have the Orioles' third double. A hitter that was off to a 2-for-23 start.
Center fielder, number 21, Austin Hayes.
Yeah, I think good throw gets him at second, but Eaton scrambling for the baseball once it hits the part that jets out there down the right field line. That looked like how he touched it in fair territory, and Eaton scrambling. Good hustle, but just kind of pulled the throw. Maybe cut it a little bit without the best grip. And a hustling Davis is in there. So runners at second and third, no outs for the O's. They're swinging it.
Middle infielders in a shift back. And that's going to score a couple, you think. Although Davis did hold up to make sure it dropped. So he played it safe with nobody out. He's at third. Ruiz has scored. And the Orioles continue to attack Anibal Sanchez early in the count, 2-0.
Whoa! See where the location is up. It's okay to throw top of the zone if you're mid to upper 90s, but when you're Anibal Sanchez, you guys have seen him. When he's at his best, everything's diving, darting, bottom of the zone or below. Whenever he's up with a lot of plate at 88, he's going to get hit. Trying to make the adjustments on the fly right now and keep it just 2-0.
First 9 batters, they're 4 for 7 with 2 walks. So back up to the top of the order, Hanser Alberto, who hit the ball hard to Carter Kieboom at third base first time. Carter knocked it down, threw him out. And the Nats will concede a run for a double play ball. Hit hard enough. Hey. Alberto beats it out, and it's 3-0.
For the best, CD.
Right fielder, Anthony Santander.
Somebody telling Chris Davis, way to swing the bat.
Here's Santander, who hit that laser to center first time, on which Victor Robles came in, got just a piece of his glove on it, got behind him. It was a double, and that got them going in the first. Alberto 1 for 1 in stealing. The Orioles are 6 out of 8. A couple of years ago, they used to steal about 2 bases a month. They were such a power ball club in that small ballpark up there. But some young guys, not as much power, a little more of the running game.
They're playing first with Anibal Sanchez pitching. You got to be on your toes because he just throws over whenever he feels like it. For those of you that don't know, usually it's a sign from the bench coach to the catcher and it's a throw-over sign, but Anibal just says he does it whenever he just feels like it. It pops into his head and he throws over.
Pretty quick to the plate on that one. That'll back up Victor Robles. Runner halfway and back to first base, 2 outs.
All right, the best ticket offer in baseball is now available to everyone. Purchase the new 2021 season plan by October 1st to receive a free 50% bonus credit. When is it 2021, by the way? I'm so ready for 2021. Is it tomorrow? Go to nationals.com/ticket finder. Or if you're in the dugout and there's a foul ball, we used to call it the ugly finder.
Boy, I'm glad our booth's really high. If that's the case, we'd have 4 or 5 a game in here.
I'm not giving up on 2020 yet.
Hey.
I'm not.
After Kurt Suzuki's home run against the Mets last year, we will never give up until the thing's actually over.
I mean, we probably should, but we're not. I'm not. Not yet.
So here's Iglesias. Hit .288 and drove in almost 60 runs for the Reds last year.
Ooh. It's almost like a nervous habit when he throws over sometimes.
Signed a 1-year free agent deal on January 6th, but it does have a club option for next year. Came in hitting .379, one of the highest batting averages in the American League, but 29 at bats, didn't have enough ABs to qualify. And he's been an extra base hit guy. He has 7 doubles now after his RBI 2-bagger last inning. 3-1. Runners on the move. And this one over by the dugout. It's got some swing back action, but not reachable for Howard. Three-two. Runners going now again. And that's out into left center. Soto's going to have to hurry. The runner was going on the pitch. He'll be held at third. And the Orioles have 3 more hits in this inning. First and third, 2 outs.
And see the location of the slider. That's just a good piece in. That's not a bad pitch by Anibal Sanchez. Iglesias just goes extendo right there. One arm, it kind of massages it into left center field. And you're right. That had a run written all over it if Juan doesn't get that in quick.
So here's Nunez, who Anibal struck out for the 2nd out of the game when he took a fastball right down the middle.
So you guys know this, but I'm just going to tell you anyways. When Anibal's going good, everything is right there and below, right? And then he'll pop you up here. Trying to erase, clear screen, there it is. He'll pop you up here with 2 strikes. So what does he do? He gets you looking down low and everything's moving down because he's an up to down pitcher. He gets that front shoulder stays closed. He gets out in front, really creates that downhill and late movement below your knees. You start looking down there for it like Iglesias just did, and then he pops 1 letter high and you swing at it. But if you're consistent down low, throwing strikes at the bottom of the zone, then below it, and then you change my eye level, that's when he's at his very best. And tonight, it seems like there's a lot just belt high right now, and he's still trying to figure it out. But he's a veteran, and he can. He's not going to panic, that's for sure.
Now this suddenly becomes a very important matchup only in the second inning. 3-0 early, but 2 men aboard, including one at third.
It's a lot of pitches, 40.
Yeah, 24 of those in this inning. Really went soft. Moneyball's first start was July 27th in the Nats' 4th ball game. Another walk, and they're loaded for Dwight Smith Jr. That's his 3rd pass of the game. Paul Menhart's coming out.
Well, you saw the emotion after that walk. Honeyball obviously not happy. Paul Menhart going to try to calm him down and maybe tune him up a little bit. Paul Menhart taking as much time as he possibly could before DJ Rayburn came out there, trying to give him a breather on top of whatever else he said.
Dwight Smith walked first time. Yeah, that was an off-speed pitch intended to be down. That's where you want that one.
The crowd's not giving up. They're into every strike.
Yeah, they hit the nervous crowd button here. So Alberto's at third, reached on a fielder's choice. Iglesias singled, he's at second. And Renato Nunez walked, he's at first. Honeyball humping it up to 88 on that one. There's the high challenge fastball you talked about. Long inning. Right now, the Orioles are halfway through their second time around the order. That was a frisbee. It was diving. It was darting.
Magic Mound visit. There it is. First one of the year.
Paul Menhart is magic. Today, we'd like to say in sacrifice and received the Purple Heart. Hard to look at the Iwo Jima monument and not just get filled with all kind of emotion across the river. Tommy Malone gave up a 2-out double to Starlin Castro. He gets Howie here, who has worn Tommy Malone out in his career. .375 batting average. That hot shot picked off by Rio Ruiz for the first out.
The catcher, number 28,
Another barrel. See how Rio Ruiz gave with that? I mean, it's all he could do. If you come forward on that, it's going to hit your heel and kick into left. Watch him give with that because he knows it's hit so hard. That was 102 miles an hour, and that's something Carter Keyboom, as he keeps playing over there more, will do too. Hey, that ball's hit hard. I got to give with it and stay soft because I know once I catch it, I got plenty of time to make the throw.
Kurt Suzuki is 5 for 22 to start the season. 3 batted in so far. So it's Adam Eaton and Juan Soto, and then the rest of the lineup right-handed against Tommy Malone. They've been shifting on Kurt Suzuki for a couple of years now. Left field, Smith straight away. With the center fielder Hayes toward right center. He was all over that fastball. 1-2.
Tommy Malone with the number of losses the Nats had last year on his jersey, 93 and 69.
Off speed. Hurt tried to stay back and he flares it to Smith.
All right, champions wear gold, and so can you. Get your commemorative gold jersey, cap, and merchandise at the Nats Team Store. Visit nationals.com/team store to order for curbside pickup. You can't get that ring. Well, I guess you can, but not that exact ring. Those are special.
There's Josh Harrison. 2 ball games, a homer, 2 RBIs. Energy. Breaking new ground with a dance move after his homer.
I think those are base running batting gloves in his back pocket. Because, you know, if you have ones that you use when you hit, you don't want to rip them when you slide. You don't want to get dirt on them. So a lot of guys will switch, take those off, put the base running ones on, and then nail them to the wall when you steal a base.
Like Willie Mays Hayes.
Enjoy watching Josh play. He's fun.
Yeah.
In different positions too. A man after my own heart.
2-1. That ball hit him, making it a foul ball. Only 36 games with the Tigers last year before he got hurt. Rest of his career with the Pirates. First year in the big leagues, 2011. Target away. Tommy Malone kind of pulled that changeup to the inner half.
Fighting.
Eyeballing the changeup all the way, 3-2. Got the #1 rookie in the National League in hitting on deck right now. And he got him on the changeup. Good pickup by Pedro Severino to throw out Harrison. The Nats go in order. All Baltimore early in game 1.
Down, up, and then Martinez got the first knock of the night and celebrated like he hit a walk-off single.
That was brilliant. The Nats shocked the Cardinals by taking the first 2 in St. Louis and then came back here and took care of business with 2 more. So very respectable against the mighty Dodgers, tremendous against the Cardinals.
Nobody around here was shocked about that or in that clubhouse. Their confidence was so high after beating the Dodgers. They just had this thing going, you could tell. Yeah. Once they won Game 5 and got through the NLDS, he had a really good feeling. And I remember Matt Adams at the celebration after they beat the Dodgers at the team hotel told me very humbly, he said, I think we have a chance to maybe sweep the Cardinals. We're going that good. He was right.
Pedro Severino, fly ball to center first time.
Hit the mascot. Do you think a cardboard cutout would have flinched on that one?
I don't know. That might have been it for the cardboard coconut.
Yeah.
Did he stop? No, says Ryan Blakeney down at first.
Did he go? Yes.
That's a loud sound out into left. Base hit number 6 for Baltimore.
Yeah, they're staying back just enough on the off speed and staying through it nicely. Looked like Jose Iglesias' swing, same kind of approach. And even in that highlight we just showed you, Anibal from the NLCS, he had that zoom on his fastball, just enough where you had to start your swing early, which made it almost impossible to stay back and do what the Orioles are doing here tonight.
Rio Ruiz led off last inning with a walk. It's well hit to right. Adam Eaton about 4 steps back. First out, 3rd inning. And next up is Chris Davis, who was on the attack early in his at-bat. Davis doubled right, maybe off of Howie's glove and right over the first base bag. And that really set up the inning. And Davis is going to reach out and try to drop one to right center. But with Robles out there, that hung up way too long. 2 outs. Young man covered some ground there.
Baseball's back. The MLB app is the only place to get all your baseball action. In-game video highlights, live pitch-by-pitch, breaking news, player updates, the standings, the schedule, which is never the same. Download the MLB app today. The #1 app for live baseball.
Here's Austin Hayes, RBI single out to left center first time.
There's rumors that the Cardinals-Cubs weekend series might be canceled. Tonight got canceled because of another positive test, but some people are tweeting, some national reporters, that both teams are preparing to miss the weekend. So we'll see how that goes.
Wow. They have played 5 games in 2.5 weeks.
There's so many things I want to say, but I'm not. Here comes the 1-0 pitch.
Go ahead, call it.
No. No. That's your job.
Turner. That was an out of few words. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd. Of course.
There they are.
You're not there.
Confused couple. Good seats on the rooftops.
Nats fans with the mask on.
Did you see the Phillies fans last night? They were outside the ballpark with air horns, blowing them while the...
And Aaron Boone didn't like it, did he?
The Yankees were pitching.
Complaining to the umpires about fans outside the ballpark making noise while the Yankees were batting. I think I read that that group of fans calls themselves the Fandemics.
Yes, saw that. Yeah, it's confirmed on Twitter that weekend series is canceled.
Wow. Carter Kieboom has the highest batting average of any National League rookie at .417. He's 5 for 12. Tommy Malone turns one over on him, a beauty on 0-2. And he has now struck out 2 straight. Nissan on the pitch cast.
They're both on changeups. Josh Harrison's was in the dirt. This one heading that way, down and away to a pull swing. I'll tell you, they need to get Tommy Malone out of the stretch. After Castro's double, Juan Soto hit that line drive to left. You never know. And if you can just score a run, all of a sudden you got a 2-run game and you're thinking about how we're going to win this instead of getting back into it.
Has only had to pitch to Soto off the stretch. Everything else, we say from the full windup, although now that your old buddy Ohlendorf isn't around here anymore, nobody goes in a full windup anymore.
That's such a good recall. Ole Ohlendorfer. Great memories.
And he got his first win as a Nat at Coors Field with that big windup.
A last-minute job, too. I mean, right?
Yeah.
Emergency start. I think Strauss had something going on. He ran down there. We're like, wait. And then he just dealt.
He was so excited he walked back to the hotel from the ballgame after he won it. 1-2 to Victor Robles. Tommy Malone working quickly, getting ahead. He's kind of looking like a left-handed Anibal Sanchez here, the way he's got things going up and down. Mostly down.
Well, the Steven Matz approach works here. You remember all the singles to right the other night off the Mets left-hander?
Yeah.
That plays here, too.
Yeah, the Nats chased him after 3 innings on 6 hits. He had Robles reaching. Iglesias, 2 outs. Look around the league brought to you by PNC. Helping to make banking easier, Don Mattingly. We told you the Marlins beat the O's 4 in a row. Congratulations to him. 282 wins. So the whole weekend now, Cardinals Cubs postponed. And there's Nick Markakis. First start, walk-off homer for the Braves. Atlanta off to a 9-5 start. I remember the first time we televised the Battle of the Beltways. It was a 2-way interview down on the field with the faces of both franchises, Ryan Zimmerman and Nick Markakis. Out to center, Austin Hayes, and the outs keep coming from the crafty left-hander, Tommy Malone. Beautiful evening. 85 at game time. Austin Voth, Tom Eshelman out of the Orioles bullpen, a right-hander, to start tomorrow night. Same time, 6 o'clock. Hanser Alberto's hit 2 grounders pulled, 1 to Keyboom, 1 to Turner. Second one produced an RBI. That one hooking away from Juan Soto and had no chance to get it. And now the Orioles have their leadoff man on for the 3rd straight inning. That's Alberto's 18th hit of the year already.
5th double of the game for the Orioles, too. See, that's just kind of on the side of that. When his shoulders close and he gets on top and through it, that has sharp bite to it. But if you saw his fingers there, they were kind of just off to the side of the ball, and that kind of squirted out and hung up there for Alberto.
Santander with a double to center and a fly ball to Victor. That's a good fastball. Maybe a little cutting action to the inside edge. Tried the other side, up. 1-1. That one really sailed on him. 2-1. Right now his job is to just keep the Orioles at bay. Hope the bats can get going. Second time around the order commencing. And this one will go twisting its way back to Juan Soto. It's a big out. No advancement by the runner at second. Next up, Iglesias.
Thanks to official Jostens fan collection, there's rings, bracelets, cufflinks, other finely crafted jewelry that you can have all to yourself. Go to jostens.com/nationals.
Iglesias, left field line double, left center single. That's allowed out to center. It kind of freezes Robles. They're going to send the runner. And it's short hop Suzuki. He could only knock it down. The Orioles lead 4-0, and Iglesias ends up at second.
20 bucks. That'd be a good run.
But Alberto took off like there was 2 outs there, and this wasn't for sure dropping. So crack of the bat, he just takes off. I don't know if he didn't know how many outs there were. Watch him top of the screen. I mean, that could have been caught. That's one where he got to at least hold for a second, but he just took off. It was either a great read, fearless base running, or he didn't know how many outs there were. Either way, it's 4-0, another hard hit baseball by Jose Iglesias here tonight.
3 for 3, the 30-year-old shortstop. And a strike now to Renato Nunez, who has struck out looking and walked. 8-1 are the hits. The one thing Anibal did in the first 3 innings to keep it from getting out of hand was stranding 6 base runners. 1-1. Started this inning at 56 pitches. He got 3 outs and gave up a hit on only 9 pitches in the third.
Yeah, Nunez had a couple of home runs last night. 3rd time in his career he's homered twice.
One and two. Great breaking ball, maybe a changeup, diving. That'll be 2 outs, and for Anibal Sanchez, his 3rd strikeout. Nunez twice.
Man, butterfly change, 69 miles an hour, looking right off the fingertips. Pull out the parachute for strike 3.
Is that a bad feeling as a hitter when your bat's already through the zone and the ball's not there yet? That was crazy.
That was my bat speed. I would have hit that one. Anything faster, no shot.
Inside edge to Dwight Smith. Challenged him. Trey Turner. Sanchez still hasn't given up the huge inning. That could serve the Nats well later. Eaton, Castro, Soto, 2nd time around the order. Anibal still battling. And Jose Iglesias, his nemesis tonight, 3 for 3. Adam Eaton, ground ball to short 1st time. Ruiz on the grass at 3rd, in case Adam was thinking about bunting his way on. And that's front door on the breaking ball for a strike.
Kind of feel like you're seeing a team that had 4 days off, then played 2 games and had another day off here so far.
Yeah.
With the timing and the swings, and it's just, you got to do the best you can.
No, says Tim Timmons. Target away. And Eaton's fly ball that way to Dwight Smith Jr. Sandy Spring Bank brings you our upcoming schedule. Sandy Spring Bank, real banking for real life and real business. Visit sandyspringbank.com/real. 2 more home games. Then the Nats start a 4-game series at the Mets. You're looking at 3 of them in our next 5. Then Baltimore, then Atlanta. I had an interesting discussion with our radio guys today about the way the standings are being posted. The Nats played Toronto 2 so-called road games here. But according to the Major League standings, the Nats are 4-5 at home and have not played a road game yet. So they got in touch with the league office, and evidently what they're saying is, even though it was considered a road game and the Nats need that one to drop, and it does. Castro's 2 for 2. If you play a ball game in your own ballpark, even if you bat first in the standings, it's a home game. We were kind of told otherwise to begin with.
Well, a simple answer for that is 2020. Right.
There you have it,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
So technically the Nats are not 2-0 on the road. They haven't played one yet. And we had to do OK Blue Jays twice.
I mean, you can sit up here and crush a lot of things now, but we get to escape from the real world for 3.5 hours every night and watch baseball. So that's how I'm approaching this. One day at a time. Enjoy the game tonight. Hopefully you can forget about all the other things, and it's baseball.
It's the best approach out there. Juan Soto trying to ambush and get the Nats into this game. Castro's double off the left field wall in the first, the hardest hit ball of the night. Juan's liner to Smith, the second.
So you see that thing on Juan's neck, that's a gator mask. You kind of pull that up over your nose and your mouth. I'm wearing those during the broadcast. And I had a bunch of them from last week that I threw in the wash today to, clean them up.
Yeah.
I also threw them in there with a bunch of wet towels that have been sitting around that I washed the car with the other day.
Uh-oh.
So I almost didn't make it through the first inning here tonight. It did not smell good at all. Almost passed out. So wash your gators, but not with dirty towels. I think if Juan takes one, it's a ball. That's what he's established around the league.
Yeah.
As far as his strike zone knowledge.
Well, we mentioned the number of strikes Malone's throwing, so evidently he's established that in the mind of DJ Rayburn. So Juan knows what's out there in that part of the plate. That one bounces 2-2. Juan Soto. Remember his dramatics at Yankee Stadium as a rookie? It led to great things against the AL East, including the Baltimore Orioles.
Juan would hit 50 if he played in Camden Yards every day.
Yeah. He'd probably hit 30 at home and 20 on the road. Yeah, the big thing in that ballpark, the gaps. When you're looking at gaps that are like 450 or 350 something or 360, that's what really makes Camden Yards a bandbox for guys who can shoot gaps.
Yeah, it's warm, the ball flies. I like what Juan Soto did right there. Tommy Malone's cruising. Break up his rhythm, step out. Rattle him a little bit.
2-2.
Oh.
Man, that's not. a take that somebody who's been in the league less than 5 years just does on occasion. That was pretty good. 3-2 now. Got him to roll it over. We're going to go for 2, but no chance. So that was 4-5 on the fielder's choice. Soto at first, 2 down. Here's Howie, who pulled the ball sharply on the ground over to Rio Ruiz first time. So now he's 12 for 33 career against Malone. 2 home runs, 7 batted in.
Oh, careful right here. Better get it in there. He did.
Yeah. Howie even took a little glance at the label of his bat after that foul ball.
Oh, there it is. The highest expected average.
Explain, please.
Well, I expected to hit below 200 every year. But that's when you have the exit velocity and the launch angle. What you should be hitting, and we've seen Howie Kendrick, his bat's been all barrel this year. He's hitting 261 coming into this one. Hit the ball hard his first time up. But I guess based on the exit velocity, the launch angle of all his at-bats, that's what he should be hitting, 361 or whatever it said.
And I like that because it puts a numerical value on something you and I have been talking about for 2 weeks. And that's Howie off to a slow start, but he's been barreling up baseballs. He's hit into a lot of bad luck, and the numbers back that up.
Which is cool because we can sit up here and say, wow, he's really swinging it and he has nothing to show. But then when you actually have a stat to show you how he's been hitting, that's pretty cool. That's one of my favorite analytics we've had on the broadcast so far. I mean, we know it, right? We're watching, but now you can prove it.
There's a barrel. You know, Howie's kids, they expect him to bat 500 the way he's swinging. He's got a 2-out knock here. The Nats get hits, 2 of them in the same inning for the first time tonight. And now the inning's up to Kurt Suzuki.
106-mile-an-hour ground ball. Get that in the air. We got a 4-2 Wago. It's still another beautiful swing by Howie Kendrick. I mean, I just love, and I mean love, watching this guy hit every day. It is not that easy.
Howie turned 37 on July 12th, and he's swinging it like he's 27, just getting into his prime. The experience factor and his work ethic have just teamed up to make him an amazing player at this stage of his career.
Or even the nasty fastball in on his hands to get inside of it and foul it off to get another try and then hit that one back up the middle. Sometimes it's the sequence and how guys get to the pitch that they actually hit.
Suzuki makes his hits count as a rule. He has 3 batted in this year on 5 hits.
So you're thinking what I'm thinking, that the Soto family needs a souvenir right now.
Just whatever Kurt can do to get a run home here and get this thing moving. Malone had retired 8 in a row until Castro dropped one into center. Pulling out the changeup very effectively on A 1-1 count. Now it's strike two.
Tommy Malone's been Jimmy Key so far in this game, just turning over the changeup down and away, and it looks like with the same arm speed of his fastball, it's tough to pick up.
Yeah, it's a great call. The longtime Toronto lefty who had a great changeup.
Played for the Orioles too.
Jamie Moyer would pull out changeup after changeup as long as the arm motion is there. Malone's longest inning. It helps with 2 outs because Davis so far off the line. Howie gets a huge lead at first in case there's a gapper. And that hits Kurt Suzuki, who tried to turn away from it. And Josh Harrison suddenly becomes the tying run.
Wear it like a champ. A little 2-out rally going on here, same seats. Josh got a bunch of change-ups the first time, but he battled.
Doug Brocail, Orioles pitching coach.
Remember this like 4 weeks ago? No, it was Tuesday. Josh Harrison went deep. It was high, it was far. He pointed to the dugout. His first tater as a Nat, then he would go to the Juan Soto dance party with some tremendous moves. And all the smiles, that's cool.
Had a sac fly, drove in 2. That was his next at bat after the homer. So this game could change in an instant now. Still love the reaction we can hear from the dugout when that ball leaves the bat. They knew it.
Should be a bunch of change-ups away. Let's see what they decide to do here.
He's going to pull one right at the shortstop. Short way, and that's it on one pitch. The Nats strand their second, third, and fourth runner, Anibal Sanchez. He needs to retire a leadoff hitter here. Only time he did it tonight was in the first inning. Severino 1 for 2. Fly ball to center, base hit to left. And this one playable for Adam Eaton to his left. Rio Ruiz, a walk, a run, and a line drive to the right fielder. Get ahead with the curveball down in the zone. On the shift. Key Boom overlaps and plays to the right of second base. Oh my goodness. 67 miles an hour.
The butterfly change. Watch how slow this is. Poof.
Yeah, 86 the pitch before that. Another one. Then a blistering 81-mile-an-hour splitter for the strikeout.
But I mean, that at bat right there is vintage Anibal Sanchez and what we kind of been talking about all night. Everything below the zone. The one pitch that was up was firm above the zone, so he's above the zone with the fastball. Let's check out the sequence again. Nice job, guys. Watch this. Below the zone, bottom of the zone. Boom. Pops it up high, above the zone. Now let's go below it again. Boom, with the butterfly change. Tries another one here, but it's down. And then finally got him with another pitch below the zone. So that was really nice. And that's what he tries to do to most hitters. Below the zone, above the zone. He's liking that changeup all of a sudden in the mid-60s. And here's the strikeout pitch. Look at the changeup. Boom. Below the zone. So they all look like they're going to be in the zone.
And on a 2-0 pitch, Chris Davis 2 for 3. In 3 at-bats tonight, he's doubled his hit total for the season so far.
Center field, Austin Hayes.
Number 9 batter Austin Hayes is next.
See, this was belt high based on what we were just talking before, and Davis does a nice job of staying through it.
Hayes an RBI single and a pop-up to Turner. Swinging from the heels, 1-1. Hayes is 25 years of age from Daytona Beach. Played collegiately at Jacksonville University. Orioles took him as a 3rd rounder 4 years ago. There's that slow one. And over to look and check and catch is Howie. Anibal Sanchez keeps the Nats hanging around here. We're going to the bottom of the 5th. Tommy Milone had 62 pitches through 4. The Nats did make him throw 23 last inning. But he's a guy that doesn't throw that hard, and he can kind of rock back and throw like that all night. He's got to get some men on base, as FP mentioned earlier, get this guy out of the stretch more than they have. That's a good pitch to lay off of on a 0-1 count. Jammed him. That is at the end of the dugout, 1-2.
Yeah, that cloud we were looking at during the break, that's Baltimore. That's a big thunderstorm right over Baltimore. Right
really?
There. Yeah.
Wow. Key boom on a pitch down, the changeup. Can't get it. Tommy Milone getting Carter twice on strikes, and that's his 3rd of the night. Nissan pitchcast.
The fastball is frisky enough, and he's been throwing it in enough to make this work for him tonight. And Nats fans know when Tommy Milone was a Nat, when he was successful, a lot like a Gio Gonzalez outing, the fastball inside would make you think about it, start your swing a little early, and then they drop the change down and away.
Five starts as a rookie in 2011 for our ball club.
But you're seeing swings, Carp. Wow, I mean, that's 87 and had a lot of plate, and guys are swinging at it like it's 97 based on the deception that's going on here.
Every time you look up, it's 0-1. Now he's got 2 strikes on Robles. He had Victor lunging first time and hit a ground ball to Iglesias at short.
ticked it.
One and two. Good job of stopping his bat.
I thought this was close. Not even. I was wrong. Not even close.
Robles pulling it. Rio Ruiz. So twice through the order, the Nats have 3 hits and 1 hit batter. Trey Turner usually wears out the Orioles. He's 0 for 2 tonight, fly balls to center. Tremendous career numbers. I love that second line. It's all about scoring when you're the leadoff guy. Got to get aboard to do it, and Trey trying to do it. He's 0 for his last 16, and that's very rare for him.
That was down. See, 86, but it's playing way higher than that. Guys are just a bit late. That could be the 4 days off, 2 days on, 1 day off thing. Or it could be Tommy Milone sneaky fast here tonight because of his changeup.
High in the air. Back just a bit, Austin Hayes. And Tommy Milone stopping the Nats, leading by 4 through 5.
They said, what happens if the Nats don't win? He said, I'm wearing my Trey Turner jersey every day for good luck during the World Series, and I know our Nats are going to win. Sure enough, after Game 7, he went to school on Halloween, October 31st, in his Turner jersey, dressed up like World Series champion Trey Turner, and he was able to get his fight-finished sweatshirt.
Nice.
Well done. Well, as if on cue, Trey Turner. 1 out.
That's cool. I mean, they're watching on TV tonight. Can't be at the yard, and that's the next best thing. Nice job, Alex. I like that a lot. Great seats, too, by the way. Let's go. Make some noise out there, Alex.
Yeah, Alex, good luck getting that seat next year.
If they start scoring runs next inning, you got to stay there. Same seats.
You should see Alex's table on the concourse in the first base site. Really impressive.
She's screaming, go Nats.
Got her own lighting and everything.
Do the wave, Alex.
Huge work area. Here's Anthony Santander.
People at home are like, no, don't do the wave.
Butterflies in there, 63 miles an hour.
Yeah, that's the winner. That's the lowest one so far, I think.
One ball and 2 strikes. 2-2.
I could be wrong, but it seems like Anibal's really slowed his delivery down, and he's staying over the rubber a little bit longer than he was earlier. Sometimes he can get quick with that kind of Louis Tiant thing he does, but it seems like he's slowed it down. Watch him kind of hover over the rubber a little bit longer than he was earlier, right there.
Then he brings the heat, and it finds a hole through the right side of the shift. It's only the second single that Sanchez has given up since the 4th inning.
Foot down early. Loud noise. Tough to get ground ball hits nowadays. Just hit it so hard. And that's going to do it for Anibal tonight.
He's going to get through 5 1/3. He kept this from getting way out of hand. Are the Nats still able to make a comeback? We shall see. It's our Jiffy Lube pitching change. Choose a winning team for your vehicle at Jiffy Lube. Now more than ever, anything possible with Jiffy Lube.
Enrolled at teethkeepers.com. Love that smile. And love that we're watching baseball.
Ryan Harper. None of the current Orioles faced him when he was with Minnesota last year.
That's a strike.
So Harper rather busy. Appearance number 6. No runs, 3 hits, 3 walks, 3 strikeouts in 5 1/3 innings so far. Ground ball in play here. Iglesias, though, 3 for 3. He's been lining it all over the place. And the slider away, 2-0.
Probably why Davey went and got his starter. 438.
91 pitches, 57 strikes for Anibal tonight.
I mean, I know it's 12 games and counting, but 438's 438.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive.
14 hits and 32 at bats now. On the move is the runner. Hitting in behind him. It's going to get on the ground. And then standing at second, Santander can head for third. Runners at the corners, 1 out, and Iglesias is 4 for 4.
Designated hitter, Reynaldo Nunez.
Not a bad pitch either. We see him do that twice tonight. Kind of the cricket swing, right? I want to say one of his knocks off Anibal was just like that. Maybe to left center, and this one goes to right. 4 for 4 for the Orioles shortstop.
Yeah, a lot of 4s. She's batting .441. Here's Nunez, who has struck out twice and walked.
Trying to get a ground ball here and keep it 4-0.
That ball is crushed. Left center. And it's 7-0. Nunez, second most homers in the American League to Aaron Judge. That's his 5th.
I told you he hit 2 last night against the Marlins. 3rd time he's had a 2 career game, and then he backs it up with another one here against the Nats. And that one hurt.
Left fielder, Winston Jr.
First time this year a Nats reliever lets inherited runners score. 5 runs charged to Sanchez now. The line completed on him.
It was a good lead.
1 out. And Dwight Smith, the hitter.
Yeah, this was loud. Just kind of leaked to the inner half, and as soon as he hit it, you knew it was 7-0. Trey Turner didn't move at shortstop because he knew too.
Orioles have hit 18 home runs
Not yet.
and given up 15. Last year, their pitching staff gave up 92 home runs more than the team hit. And that is Fair going the other way. He's going to hit the short corner and bounce out in front of Juan Soto. And Smith has his first of the night. A lot of extra base hits by the Baltimore offense tonight.
Orioles came to play. 13 hits now, 7 runs. Swinging it.
And you mentioned how they'd been shut down by Miami.
Little inside out swing right there. Big leg kick, nice and early. Beating the shift. How many doubles is that now? 6?
I think I'm looking at 5.
All right, well,
Plus a homer,
your
6 extra base hits.
your scorecard's always better than mine, so I trust you. That's why I asked.
Yep, 3 singles, a double, a homer in this inning. And the Orioles doing something here in the 6th they hadn't been able to do, and that's bust the thing wide open. Severino 1 for 3. And the Harper slider in there. 1-1.
Season needs to get some rhythm to it, doesn't it? Baseball's such a game of rhythm. You know, you get in the flow, you get in your routine, you know when you're pitching, you know where you're hitting in the order, you know who's hitting behind you. Little thing like you know when you're playing, you know who you're playing.
Well, 2 weeks from tonight, the Nats open their next homestand. They have a day off before that, but counting tonight, 13 games in a row. And now Severino's going to chop one the other way. He's heading for second. It's 8-0. And 4 consecutive hits, 3 of them extra bases given up by Harper.
I think he hurt himself sliding a second. So you've seen this swing before from Pedro Severino, a guy that always hits the ball the other way. This one nice and low for him, down in the right field corner. Another double. His second knock of the night. And what happened here? I kind of took my eyes off the play right here. Well, I mean, he just had a scab that he broke open, I think.
14 Baltimore hits. Nats pitchers have retired 16 batters, so they're hitting almost 500 tonight. Rio Ruiz 0 for 2 with a base on balls.
And I think, Carp, just to finish my thought, if you do get into a rhythm and then you're still playing like this, then you can be concerned. But until they start to get to play a lot of games in a row, it's just not baseball yet. They're trying to get there.
1-1 on the foul. This is Ryan Harper's inning to wear here. No action in the bullpen. 2-1 with one out. Good slider. Things back even. And he really dropped one in the dirt for the strikeout and out number 2 here in the 6th. Orioles box score. Oh, where do you start? I guess with the guy hitting third. 4 hits, 2 RBIs. Renato Nunez this inning, 3-run homer. And then extra base and RBI hitting up and down the Baltimore lineup tonight. They came in hitting .233 as a team, with a -10 on their runs for and runs against, but they're up 8-0 tonight. Chris Davis has 2 for 3 and a strike. Castro on right field on the shift. And a heater upstairs that the big slugger could not get to.
Should you turn the crowd down a little bit when it's 8-0?
I don't know, man.
Just a little.
It would be so quiet here, but I understand where you're going here.
Yeah, just a little. And then if there's a comeback, you crank it again. But they're super excited right now.
On the breaking ball, way out ahead. Chris Davis, one of the most puzzling falls from grace of any hitter. He's hit under 200 3 of the last 6 years. His highest batting average in 6 years, .262, and that was 5 years ago. A little banged up last year with some hip inflammation. That was close. 2-2.
Yeah, I'd love to build on what you said, Kurt, but I got nothing. I don't know. I don't know why. I mean, it's a mystery to everyone, right? I'd love to have a theory and a reason. I don't. And I think a lot of people don't.
And it all started after a season when he was one of the top 2 or 3 sluggers in baseball with 47 and 117 in 15. 13 hits on the year now with his 2 tonight. The other one from Howie, a rocket up the middle in the 4th, and that's been it. Tommy Milone, 77 pitches, 53 strikes, and one of his best starts in the last several years so far. He's had Adam Eaton go the other way twice, a grounder to short, and a fly ball to left.
Oh, what'd that hit?
I heard a ping down there.
I did too.
And this one popped left side. Rio Ruiz cruising for it. Castro and Soto, the next 2. Champions wear gold, you can too. Get your commemorative gold jersey, cap, and merchandise at the Nationals team store. Visit nationals.com/team store, and you can order for curbside pickup. Castro double off the wall out left center bullpen way. And a fly ball that fell into center. He's 2 for 2.
Unless Starling goes deep, we're about to show you a graphic on Juan Soto that will be the coolest thing you've seen all night.
All right.
Trust me. Right before Juan comes up. I'm going out on a limb. I was like a little kid when I saw it earlier in our production meeting. Wander Suero getting hot.
Yeah, 24 pitches to get 2 outs there for Ryan Harper. I remember we used to talk about this when Davey Johnson was managing here. FP, nights when things are really going bad and you're down by a bunch. Some nights the way you manage the last 3 or 4 innings in a game like that helps you the next day or two, because you don't want to burn through everybody just to get 27 outs.
No. Well, you got to expand the roster, so that's a factor, but yeah. But I think anything close this year, if within 3 or 4 runs, you have to manage it like a playoff game. Tonight, not so much unless they jump back in this thing, but
agreed.
Just in a shortened season, if you're close, you can't just say, hey, I hope we win this one and then try to win the next 2. You have to manage every game like Davey Martinez managed in October last year.
Well, Malone had Castro lunging for that one.
All right, check this out when this ball lands. All right, StatCast powered by Google Cloud. This is really cool. I'm just going to let you look at it. Juan Soto's homers. It's last year, the Brewers the playoffs. Isn't that cool? Pole to pole. Just a...
And that's in all ballparks there.
Yeah, trajectory, distance to all fields. The red was last year, the 34 hit in the regular season, the blue is the postseason. We need more of that. That was cool.
Yeah, and the blue one to left center was the one that almost took out the train in Houston.
Yeah.
Two and 0. Line drive to left in the first. Fielder's choice ground ball to the second baseman in the 4th. So that's the second baseman, Alberto, out there in right field. Soto, 110 RBIs to go with those 34 homers.
Juan's the other one that's tried to disrupt Tommy Malone's timing tonight by stepping out a few times. I should say rhythm more than timing.
And he was trying to get them to paint another seat
up
in right field.
But did you see that? That's an 86-mile-an-hour fastball by Juan Soto. That's either the layoff or Tommy Malone's just that good tonight, and I don't know which one it is.
Maybe a little bit of both. Man, that is scorched. 1, 2, 3, go the Nats again. To the 7th, it's Baltimore 8-0. For the Orioles, Austin Hayes in the number 9 spot. Cutting on the front door for a strike.
These are the days you grab your World Series ring and you look at it and it makes you smile. You just don't want to have too many of those, that's all.
Hard hit, finds the hole.
Does everybody have a knock for the Orioles? I think they do. Except for Rio Ruiz. He's the only one.
That is Travis Lakins, one of their right-handers. Travis Lakins Sr. By the way, that Juan Soto grounder to end the inning went 6-3 to Iglesias, and that ball is hit a ton out to center. Robles can only watch it. It's going to one hop, hit off near the top of the fence. It's another double for the Orioles. Second and third, nobody out.
Loud noises. Again, Cutter kind of stayed right in the middle of the plate. Alberto ready to hit.
Kibu moves over on the shift now against Anthony Santander. They are attacking early. They started that in the first inning. He has a couple of knocks, 2 for 4 tonight. Howie backhand, good play. Shovels to the leaping swirl. A run scores, and it's 9-0. Alberto to third on the first out.
Shortstop, Jose Iglesias.
Well, there's nothing wrong with the hitter getting greedy. He's 4 for 4 already. Swirl try to get this guy out for the first time. Batting average at .455 now.
Oh, did he break his bat on a foul ball? Oh, he did, and he broke it over his knee.
Yep. There goes that gamer.
Okay.
Hit a foul ball. Heard the sound. That had 4 hits in it, and he broke it right over his knee.
You lead.
Well hit to center. Robles back for it. Well, he's still 4 for 4 because that's a sac fly, and it's 10-0.
Back in the old days, gather around the campsite, kids.
What the hell of a game?
If you were getting waxed 9-0, the other team had a ton of hits. And a guy that was 4 for 4 fouled the ball off and broke his bat in frustration over his knee. He would have experienced some chin music on the next pitch. Just saying.
Yeah.
Back in the way back in the, you know, like way back in the old days. Like in the 90s.
Ah, those roaring 90s.
Because you never want to wake up the other team. Especially when you're putting a hurting on them.
Soto, good job to pick it up on a hop, and that's Nunez with 2 consecutive hits.
That ball literally went in Juan Soto's glove. He was running full speed. He thought he was going to catch it, and it just hopped right into his glove as he put it out. Watch. It's a pretty nice play by Juan Soto. See it develop here better.
Dwight Smith Jr. double last time. He's 1 for 3 with a walk. And just taking his time down to second. Nunez with the ball getting away. Walked him. Pedro Severino. Howie over to have a look, but it's over the screen. By the way, that was a pass ball during the Nunez at bat. And the 0-1 to the former Nats catcher. Just too tall for Kieboom. Around third is Nunez, and it's 11-0.
So before the shutdown in baseball, you had to designate a position player to pitch. But once it went to a 60-game schedule, you can pitch anybody if you want as a position player. So that's kind of a rule change from a rule change to a new rule change. So just stay with me. I remember when Gerardo Parra tried to pitch last year. He was bugging Davey Martinez, bugging him. He went out there and he was throwing hard, but he couldn't throw a strike.
Yeah, it's the only thing he did wrong all year.
Yeah, that's a good point. You're right.
Once he became a Nat.
Yeah.
Poor guy couldn't buy a hit with the Giants, and that sure played well into our hands, didn't it?
Yeah. He didn't fit the sabermetric mold for the Giants.
So the Orioles, 3 more here in the 7th.
I miss that guy. I'm afraid to say
Oh,
it.
you have to.
I miss all those guys because we never see him anymore. But I miss seeing that guy around, seeing him play.
Yeah, you can play the what-if game. If anybody had known how things were going to turn out, maybe there would have been a roster spot for Gerardo Parra. You know, while there were 30 guys on every team. This one up into the sky where the lights are taking effect now, and it's out of play. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
I'm gonna guarantee you I'm not the only one that misses him. There's probably a bunch of guys down there that do. Who knows, maybe by next week MLB will come up with a 10-run rule, since we're making them up as we go along this year.
2-2. And again, that thud as the ball hits the plate. Then it hit the side of the grass. That little cut there and made a right turn. Got a nice message on Twitter here. They're watching the Nats
in
Gansu Province, China tonight. Hello, guys. Thanks for being with us in the middle of the night over there. Or probably early morning hours.
Yeah, I'm not going to pretend I know where that is.
2-2. Right field line. It's got some hook on it, and that'll take it foul.
I think it's 8:20 a.m. Maybe.
All right. Exactly a half day. Is it yesterday or tomorrow?
Tomorrow. They're in the future.
Two. Howie to his right and on the move to Suero. Orioles will put 3 more on the board. It'll be Kendrick, Suzuki, and Harrison straight ahead.
Yeah, I interviewed him the day before that, Mike Bassick, and he was basically saying that I'm going to, in so many words, I'm going to challenge him, I guess is the professional way to say it on air. I don't think he minded that we show that highlight every year.
The Nats did win the game, but Barry Bonds set the record.
You know what I remember, Carp, about that series more than anything is all the Giants coaches, broadcasters, and people were talking about this young kid for the Nats named Ryan Zimmerman and how he could hit.
Yeah, Ryan was in his second full big league season back then. Here's Wilmer Defoe getting some action for Howie. Batting for Howie.
I also remember that Barry took his sweet time hitting 756. Not that it's easy to just throw a home run out there, but there was a long, I don't know how many games, I want to say like about 10, maybe more, between home runs. And the national media was obviously there, everybody there to cover it. But they had to stay a lot longer than they thought.
New shortstop for the Orioles is Andrew Velasquez. And that is Cedric Mullins in right field.
Did you say see you later on that?
No.
You never do that for a visiting team, but I thought maybe.
Never.
Because
ever.
That was.
And my call's probably the one lost in the sands of time for the visiting announcer.
Yeah.
I think I said, you know, deep to right center, and then I just said this ball is history and laid out. And it was quite a celebration. 1-2. Defoe out to left. And Smith on the catch. And I thought one of the coolest things, if not the coolest, of course getting to watch a piece of history, was the Henry Aaron message shortly thereafter on the video board. Total class, congratulating Barry Bonds on what he did.
It was a big deal in Northern California, let's just put it that way. The rest of the country, I'm not sure.
Bert Suzuki hit by a pitch last time. It was a 4-0 game when he got hit, and the Nats had the bases loaded in the 4th inning. But Tommy Malone got Josh Harrison on a ground ball to short, kind of like that one. And that was it for that rally. And now the O's have added a bunch. 2 outs here in the 7th. It's a great ticket offer. Now available to everyone. A 21 season plan. Order it by October 1st and receive a free 50% bonus credit. Flexible, affordable plan start at just $18 a game. Check it out. Nationals.com/ticket finder.
So far off the plate, isn't he? Good take, that just missed.
Chip Hale could whisper to Josh and tell him if a play was on, if anybody was on base. There's Kyle Finnegan.
Did a great job the other night.
One and two now. Travis Lakins from Middletown, Ohio. He was a Buckeye. Probably still is. And to the left side, Velasquez smoothly cuts it off. And the Nats haven't had a hit since the 4th inning. This one to the 8th.
11-0 on 18 hits. It's time for your Ford drive of the game. Let's take a look at the Ford drive. Drive home a new Ford today during the summer of savings at your local Ford dealer. Renato Nunez hit 2 home runs last night against the Marlins, and he backed it up with another one here tonight. So the O's will sleep well tonight.
Yeah, he backed it up with a backbreaker. Here's Kyle Finnegan, 3rd appearance, 2 2/3. Hasn't given up any runs, just a hit so far. He's been good. Finding out about some younger arms to round out this so far very good bullpen. Finnegan, 28 years of age. Nats all over the place. Eric Thames at first. Wilmer Defoe at short. Michael A. Taylor, right field. We'll figure out where they're hitting. We know Defoe is in the 5 spot because he hit for Howie. So Trey Turner and Adam Eaton off their feet for the rest of the night.
A fastball slider change for Finnegan. Fastball 96 on average this year. We know one thing, none of them are double switches because that's not happening this year.
Chris Davis, good night for him, 2 for 4. It's Wilmer out there in right. Upstairs, 1-1. For the Orioles, David Hess. Tommy Malone only gave the Nats 3 hits through 6. 90 pitches, 61 strikes. He had 3 strikeouts, hit a batter, didn't walk anybody. And they will go to their bullpen to pull out a starter tomorrow night, 26-year-old Thomas Eshelman. 2-1 pitch. 94. Strike 2. Long throw for Wilmer Defoe from out there. Chris Davis retired, and with more on our right-handed pitcher, here is Alex.
Earlier, I asked Davey Martinez about Kyle Finnegan, and he told me, you know, when you look at him, he's this young pitcher, but he's so electric. We like the way he's throwing the ball. He's got good velocity. And Davey pointed out that he put him in a big situation the other day. Well, the other day was against the Mets, and Finnegan recorded his first Major League Baseball strikeout of J.D. Davis. So pretty cool moment for him.
Yeah, he came in dealing with some big outs. That's how you come into games consistently when it means something. Obviously getting some work in here tonight.
Yeah, this guy's really battled. 8th year as a professional pitcher. Stops all over the minor leagues. And he's pitched in Mexico. He's pitched in the Dominican Winter League. Getting a chance for a ball club coming off a World Series championship now. 2-0. Austin Hayes, the hitter.
Pretty good slider here late. Broke away to a pull swing. '96 with some movement. I like his stuff so far. And I'm sure Davey Martinez does too, more importantly.
Yeah, you touched on the key there. The velocity and the movement. And a chopper. That thing really stops on Finnegan, has to wheel and throw, and Eric Thames had already come off the bag just to receive it, knowing the runner was going to beat it. And Austin Hayes gets his 3rd hit of the night.
Pretty good attempt here by the young Finnegan. It took him a while to get there because the ball checked up, but this is a very athletic play. On the run, on the money. I just like saying his last name. It makes me want to go pour a pint, and I'm gonna after this. In shocking news.
That may be a necessity for everybody after this one, barring a miraculous comeback. So Pat Valaika for Hanser Alberto here.
Good movement. That'll get you a ground ball if it's put in play. Good sinker.
One, driven out to center. Robles to his right. 2 outs.
It's time for Toyota's K's for Kids. Your Washington area Toyota dealers help children and their families by making a donation of $44 to the Children's Inn At NIH, for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this year, K's for kids.
This is Cedric Mullins, who took over in right field. A 25-year-old switch hitter from Greensboro, North Carolina. Target on the outside edge. 2-0. That's at least 3 pounded off the plate tonight. Fair ball.
You're pounded off the plate, Sheriff, tonight. You're all over that. We're never going to hear it.
Never have. Call him Tall Tom. Tall. Here is David Hess. Second appearance for the O's. We're going to get you up to date on some of the changes around the diamond and in the batting order. So that's Brian Holliday, who's also a catcher. He takes over for Chris Davis at first, and then Pat Valleca, who just pinch hit, takes over at second. For the Nats, Carter Keyboom, Victor Robles, and then Trey Turner.
Carter Keyboom's hit safely in all 4 games he's played this year. So 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts tonight, trying to check in.
Yeah, a pair of swinging strikeouts against Tommy Malone. And that's how good the Orioles staff has been tonight. Bottom of the 8th, and the number 8 hitter's batting for the 3rd time. It's been tough to get anything around the order tonight. There's Sam Freeman for the 9th. One and two. Big gap left center. A lot of room just to the left side of second base. And a healthy hack by Carter. Count stays 2-2. He has walked 4 times. He has walked 5 times, and the Nats have their leadoff man on for the first time tonight.
The center fielder,
Victor Robles is next.
Here we go. It all started with a leadoff walk in the 8th.
And Robles drives one to left center. That's on the ground. Knocked down by Dwight Smith. And now consecutive base runners for the second time.
Checking in with the knock, nicely done. That was up there for a while. He was running to first going drop, drop, drop. And it did, first and second, nobody out. And that's how the 12-run eighth started.
And if you're wondering about the lineup, Eric Thames is on deck in the number 2 spot. That's where Adam Eaton was. Nats trying to get Trey Turner started here. 3 fly balls to center field tonight. Couple of guys on base. And that one's played pretty well by the catcher, Holiday. Takes the return throw, but no way to double up Trey. That'll be a 3. Well, it's a 3-6 fielder's choice. And over to third is Keyboom on the first out. Holiday had a lot to deal with the runner right there.
I mean, he went straight catcher. That might have been a Mitch Kupchak at first, too. I heard some sort of weird noise when that ball got to him. He went down and blocked it like a catcher, got up and made a nice throw. The ball was hit hard.
Things are happening quickly. They're trying to turn a 4-6-3, and they will, and the Nats will not score through 8. Long Fence or big. For great savings, visit longfence.com. Nice evening for a beautiful stroll. And we're going to the top of the 9th. 11-19-0 Baltimore, 0-4-0 Nats. Sam Freeman takes over to try to get the bullpen and the ball club through the rest of this one before Taylor, Soto, and Defoe will bat in the bottom of the 9th.
Fastball slider split for Sam. Fastball averaging 94 this year, up from 92 last year.
Andrew Velazquez took over at short in the 7th. 26 years of age, from the Bronx. Orioles got him on waivers from the Indians this past February. A little bit of big league time. 28 games over parts of 3 years with the Rays and the Indians. Turner off his glove. And for Trey, that'll be his 3rd error of the year.
Pitching for the designated hitter, number 15, Francisco.
It's just a concentration error. That's all that is. 11-0. Been there, done that.
Chance Sisco, one of the Orioles' 3 catchers, will be the pinch hitter in the DH spot here. Pretty good action on that 94 heater for a strike. Sisco, parts of 3 years with the Blue Jays and the Orioles. Or pardon me, all with Baltimore. 132 games over a 3-year period. And he tried to stop, and it sounded like the bat got a piece of it. 0-2.
Yeah, he was 2 for 3 last night for the O's with a home run.
So the Orioles have used all their extra men tonight. 0-2.
Remember when mound visits was a big thing? I used to look at it all the time late in the game. I don't even think about it anymore. Do you?
Not really. And I was wondering early in the game, I don't know if I've read anything about this, what will be the number for 7-inning games during some of those doubleheaders everybody will be playing. You would think it would get knocked down at least one. Swing and a miss on a nasty curveball for the first out.
I just think that managers, pitching coaches, players are so accustomed to it now that it's really irrelevant.
Yeah.
When before you had to break some habits, and maybe that's what MLB is thinking with all these new rules, that hey, they'll become normal. And we all won't think about them once we study them for 3 years and learn them all.
Dwight Smith. 2 walks, a double tonight. $6 game tomorrow, 6:05 first pitch from Austin Voth. It'll be his second start. Thomas Eshelman, 26-year-old righty for the Orioles. It'll be his first start after pitching twice, actually just once, out of their bullpen.
Ouch. Throw a little Sopranos theme song in there. Did you hear that?
Yeah, I was looking over my shoulder on that one.
My alias on the road was Paulie Walnuts for about 3 years.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
So here's your luggage, Mr. Walnuts. Oh, thank you.
I can't even tell you what the truck just said in my ear. He needed an alias?
Hey, radio shows call you in the morning.
Well, that's true.
When you're on the road.
Yeah.
It's not because you're famous. All ball players have them. It's because
yeah, it's the radio shows.
When you're in New York, you'll get a call at like 7 a.m. to your room because they think they're doing their job as a crazy, wacky morning show to wake up the player at 7 that was maybe out a little bit late last night.
Yeah, I hadn't thought of that one. That makes sense.
I do. Plus, I had tons of stalkers.
How much did that cost? Out of play off to the right side. Well, hopefully we'll be laughing about good things on the field tomorrow night. Game 2. Steven Strasburg scheduled for Sunday. Can't wait. Dan and Bo, 5:30 tomorrow. Another 6:05 first pitch. We'll join you from our lofty perch straight up 6 o'clock. And Freeman, split action, 2-1. That's ball 3. That was ball 4, way outside. 2 on, 2 out. I used an alias once.
Did you?
The first time the Nats went to St. Louis after I got this job in '06.
Scorebook Bob?
No, I went as Marty Marion, Mr. Shortstop of the Cardinals. He was Ozzie Smith before Ozzie Smith, the great Marty Marion. Problem was, it took me like 10 minutes to check out Sunday morning because they were like, why did you need an alias?
That happens.
And I still got banged for tickets. So.
It's fun to hear what they are after, you know, players are done playing because they don't want to give them up while they're playing.
Mm-hmm. Oh, 1. Freeman's got a good hook.
But he mind Jeff Gardner, infielder. He was Tad Rusty because he never played. That was his alias.
Oh, I like that. That's really good. Come on, keep them coming.
I'm trying to think.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep it clean is what I'm trying to do.
Yeah, it's still before 9 o'clock. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss.
Tipped it.
Yeah, it did. Kurt Suzuki, any catcher will tell you they either stick in the mitt or they don't. No way to control it unless it pops straight up out of your mitt, then you can grab it. In the bottom of the 9th, Michael A. Taylor, Juan Soto, Wilmer Defoe, Asdrubal Cabrera has the night off. Other available guys, Yan Gomes, who will see action this weekend. That's a swing and a tip and a catch. So Freeman, 3 strikeouts, a walk. There was an error. And the Orioles laid it on offensively. The Nats have able to break through. It'll be another inning for right-handed David Hess. Bottom 9.
So he's got a text message from a former Nat who was Abe Froman on the road, if you remember Ferris Bueller, the Sausage King of Chicago. That's pretty hilarious.
Jeez,
you could write a book on ex-players and their aliases on the road. You just couldn't do it on current players because then why have it?
And I had a book up until my charity golf tournament last year that was a history of baseball players' nicknames. Now I'm wishing I would have held on to it, but we did get some money for that for charity. Michael A. Taylor with a check swing. Hess is going to pick it off. And on 1 pitch, 1 out, bottom of the 9th. Juan Soto.
The left fielder, Juan Soto.
Wanting some ABs, trying to get his timing and everything back. 0 for 3 tonight, but he's hit the ball sharply a couple of times. And he gets a right-hander here. His 6-3 grounder to the right side in the shift last time up was 109 miles an hour. Tommy Malone's record, barring a miracle here, will even at 0-1, and that of Anibal Sanchez would go to 0-2. And Soto got great extension and a towering foul. It's 2-1. little breeze kicking up in the ballpark here.
Oh, yeah.
Wind's blowing in right over the scoreboard from out there.
What that means. Oh, yeah.
Something coming?
Yeah.
Something big?
Yes. It's almost here.
Valaika takes care of that. 2 outs.
From the north, too, which is weird.
Yeah, backing up, huh?
It's coming straight in from center field.
And Wilmer Defoe will get another AB. He pinch hit for Howie 2 innings ago. Hit a fly ball to left. Into right. And it's picked off the ground by Mullins, and that's your ball game right there.
Well, you know, the Orioles are ready to play tonight. They came out swinging, and like I said, once the Nats get into a rhythm and they start playing games back to back to back, and it feels like, you know, a major league season and not a college season where you're playing 2 or 3 times a week, then you can worry if you see games like this. But until they get into a rhythm and get into a groove, you just chalk this one up.
So Hess nails it down for the Orioles, who are now 6-7 as they bounce back in good fashion from being swept 4 in a row by the Marlins. The Nats will fall to 4-6 and give it a try behind Austin Voth tomorrow and Steven Strasburg scheduled for Sunday. Exactly 3 hours of baseball as the Orioles pound out 19 hits and score 11 runs. They stranded 14 runners tonight. That's crazy. Nats leaving 5. So that's the story of this one, and we shall see you tomorrow night. Nats Extra begins